The role tailored client, the role center, the profile. This is the entry point for all users, or the home page for the user when they log in into Business Central. I have logged in into Business Central, and this is what is displaying. This is my home page. This is the role center.
Hii ni Tech na Msangi ya jishinde.com.
And you have like the page, basically, ideally it has this Dynamics Business Central logo, and then the tell me what you want feature. When you click on it, tell me what you want to do, and then there is the notifications, and then the settings if you have any notifications, and the settings here, and the help tab, and then you click on the user. If you want to sign out, it will show you the user who is logged in, and the help, yeah, help is here. It doesn't want to be clicked. About this page and about this task or page and all that, help and support, keyboard shortcuts, etc. You can be able to view them from this top navigation bar. Okay, here is the keyboard shortcut that I'm trying to open, and it's linking me to another page that shows me the keyboard shortcuts for Business Central. But that's in brief of what the keyboard shortcuts can lead you to. And finally, here we have the settings. The settings, when you click on the settings, you can be able to personalize. You can be able to design and click on My Settings, the company information, and the assisted setup and the advanced setting. Of more importance for today is My Settings. When you click on My Settings, you can be able to change the role that the user is logged in. Right now, I'm the business manager. When I click on this role, I could change it to a different profile or a different role. And when I change on that role, it will automatically display here on the role tailored client. I don't want to change it for some reason, but okay, let me change it to accountant, and I'll change it back to business manager. When I click on accountant and the page reloads, it will show me a different role or different pages, because tailoring a role gives the user, it is specific to a certain user. It makes work easier for the user, and this particular user, every user has different tasks in the organization, and we use the role center to give the users the feeling of what they need to be working on. Okay, I can leave it as per the accountant, since it gives me whatever I wanted, especially this part, this welcome page. So the role center is divided into three parts. There is the navigation, the action, and then the content area. So this is the main navigation menu. The navigation menu is like, consider it like probably the menus that you have, or the menus that you have in your website. Like, consider it like that. These are my menus in my website, and in your menus, remember, as you navigate through different pages, they will remain there. So if I open currencies, these menus don't change as I open the currencies, because these main navigation menus, they display the main information that the user needs to act upon. And you see, I've opened the currencies, and it is still opening. Like, I can still be able to see these other navigation menus, and it is displaying in the order of importance: finance, then journal, then cash management. That is the order of importance that has been set for the navigation menus. And it can be grouped to enable you see the different categories that you have. Like, here under finance, there is general journal, chart of accounts, employees. They have been grouped under the navigation menu, or the navigation bar. Okay, it's supposed to be the navigation bar, the main bar, or the top level menu item, the top level menu item. So journals have been grouped, and then cash management, they've grouped banks and all that. Cost accounting, And then and fixed assets. So while designing, you can be able to remove or rearrange whichever you want. You can be able to remove maybe one navigation menu, like setup and extensions here is disabled. You can add it or remove it. Like when you hover and click, you can move or you can remove depending on what you want. I don't want to do any designing as at now, but that is a possibility. Then we have the navigation menu. This one displays direct links to pages. And remember, anything that is opening from this navigation bar and navigation menu will open in the content area of the role center. This is the content area of the role center. So when I click on bank accounts, they'll open in the content area of the role center. When I click on any page in the navigation, the main navigation, they'll open in the content area. And as well, we have now these the introduction, or rather uh, the business. This is the, what is it called, the welcome banner. The welcome banner is displayed as of now, but if I close the welcome banner, I can be able now to see the headline text and the action bar. This is the second section of the navigation, which is the action, and the content is here right below. So the action bar contains like links to pages, reports, or code units. Like it contains, and it has been divided into three different areas. The first area is the new or the creation. The creation is marked with a plus, so it links the pages to a card page in the system. So once you click on this creation, you'll open a card page and you'll be able to create a new document. And then the bank, or the next one is the processing. The processing will give you a workflow to a document. Maybe let me click on this. You see, this is a reconciliation journal. And finally, we have a report here, and we can be able to preview a report based on our usage. And let me click on this bank deposit so that we can see the behavior, because the behavior of the action is it blocks off every other. It creates a new page that is on top of the role center. So anything that is in the action will create a page that will cover or block off this whole role center. Yes, because it wants you to focus on creating this particular process or this particular workflow without seeing any other interruption on this other side, or creating a new customer, a new vendor, etc. And this headline will give you information about what it can be customized to give you key information, and which will be rotating, or it's like a slideshow that it moves after every 8 seconds. It can even give you a headline for good morning and all that. After every 8 seconds it changes. I don't know what I've clicked, but it's okay. I need to go back. Need to go back where I was. And then finally, now we have the content area that contains activities and these queues. We have these main queues that displays big numbers, and these queues that display only okay, there are these other queues which display information about documents, maybe the number of documents. And then we have search queues that creates links to maybe other URLs or pages. And these queues can be displayed in this role center, and the role center does loading on demand. As you scroll down, the role center keeps on populating depending since so that it can help in speed. And if you have so many tasks that need to be calculated while creating the role center, consider that you should not add so much so that you may not affect the speed of your design. That's it for this introduction, because in this series we will create our role center from scratch. I started creating some role centers some time back, but I did not complete it. So I have started the series in a way so that I can be more detailed than I was earlier. And we will start with this navigation bar. we go to these navigation menus. These are links, direct links to pages, and then we go to this action bar, the headline text, we create it, and then we customize it to our own. We go to these activities, we do the calculations for these queues with the and big numbers, and then the counts, and then links to other pages, and finally a chart. And we'll be able to see the best way of creating a role center. Like, especially in these activities, you should not group, you should not make it static, and make it intuitive in a way that in any device it can be able to be flexible, because most of these items in role centers, they auto align themselves to the location. Like, if you don't have any headline, these actions will display right after this navigation menu. So don't be rigid while creating. We'll see the best way of doing it, and we'll try to make use of the best practices while creating role centers. If you think that's interesting for you, if you feel that that's something that will add value to your Business Central journey, please stay tuned for the next episode, and may God bless you.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so that you don't miss the next one.